Okay, so it's pretty much finished draining, and I'm going to go ahead and put the drain plug back in, and I'm going to put a new washer on the drain plug. Lots of guys don't bother to do this, but I've got them, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. Got all my little screws and nuts and bolts here on my magnetic tool holder. Go ahead and use the plug. It's an old drain washer. I'm going to go ahead and hang on to it for later. I may need one if one decides to leak. You can buy these at like your local motorcycle shop or even auto parts store. They're like, it can cost you more than $4 or $5 for a big pack like this. Goes out of the way. It just goes on there. And go ahead and get back in the hole here. All the way down, ran all the way down by hand. Make sure you don't cross thread it. And get my 12mm here. And I'm going to tighten it up. And you really don't want to muscle it on there. You just kind of want to snug it where you can feel the crush washers. You see, I really didn't put a whole lot of oomph into it. That's the way I've always done it. You can go by the manual and the torque settings, but I've got a pretty good feel for stuff like that by now. And so we got the new oil filter, drain plugs tightened, and it's time to put the bearing back on. It's also kind of a good time to look at your oil and kind of see if you have any magnetic, any metal shavings or anything in there. You're looking at your oil and kind of give you a good idea what's going on with your bike. And this looks pretty clean. So, a little air bubble there. I'm going to move this out of the way. Just kind of set it there for right now. Get my blades out of the way here. And it just kind of goes on in reverse of how you had it. So you're going to have bearings, you're going to kind of pull them out a little bit. Under there. And you just want to slide those tabs on the bottom here back in to their position. I got it in there, and at this time we kind of, whoops, it really work. That's all that trial and error here. Get that upper, I scratch up the crap out of my bearing on the concrete here. That's kind of cool. Alright. I'm going to do this so you can actually see it. Alright, got that bearing in. Got it to the side. Got the little tabs. I'm going to kind of repeat on the other side. Let that hang there for a second while I go to the other side. Move the camera so you can see. Okay. vent tubes here that go through the hole right here. Feed those in. Sometimes they're stubborn. There we go. Come out. This tab back in. Go. Okay, so we got tabs all lined up, and everything just kind of slides forward. You feel that one tab is locked in there on this side. Same on the other side. And this one's kind of fighting me a little bit here. Those, and they're locked in. Now everything just kind of take a minute. Oh, see my drain tubes here, my little vent lines decided they didn't want to stick around for the party. I'll kickstand up another way here. And, push these little. There we go. And they're back out. Okay. Looks like everything is lined up. Oh, so you can actually see I made an error. I don't know if you can see with my leg in the way. The tab is on the outside here, so I'm going to push that back out. And go ahead and redo that. There it goes. And success. Quick inspection here. All the tabs are lined up, and then I'm just going to put the bolts back in. Got my little magnetic tool holder here. Got my 10mm and my 5mm little adapter here for my wrench. I like to start from the front and work my way back. End up in the okay, here we go. I'm going to push it in a little bit because there's a little rubber grommet goes into. Get it started. There we go. And I don't like to tighten them all the way up until I have them all the bolts in. Stand back down. Go ahead and put this under so the camera can still see. Ooh. There you go. That's it, and now we're just going to repeat the process for the other side. Get up here. See, still got them on the holder here. attachment here. I'm going to run them down real quick. It's all run down. There we go. And before I tighten them up again, make sure the fairing is all completely together with all the tabs. And it is. I'm going to go ahead and tighten these up on this side. And again, you really don't need to muscle these on there, especially the ones that have a little rubber growing on there. Okay. Otherwise you'll end up breaking the fairing, or cracking it or whatever, and then you're out a couple $100. Alright. Now we just gotta add oil and ride. So then adjust the camera up here. You can kind of see what I'm going to do. You got your oil. This is down here. I don't know if you can see what I'm pointing at. This is actually where you check your oil. This is where you add oil. Go ahead and use, so you can see this here in the camera. You use a little funnel here, and it's pretty dirty. I'm going to take my dirtier rag and wipe it down real quick. Kind of look inside and make sure there's no bits of particles or anything that will go into my motor, because that's the last thing I want. Here we go. Here, see what I'm doing. My oil. You're gonna fill it up with 3 liters. Here in the United States, go by quarts, so it's gonna be a little more than 3 quarts. So I like to fill it up with the 3 quarts, and then start the bike up, let it run, kind of warm up, let the bike sit for about 10 minutes, and then check the oil level, and then add a little bit as you need. Go in small steps. And that's pretty much it. That's an oil change. So anyway, if you like it, good. The reason I made this video is because I really didn't see any videos for the 2008 through 2011 CBR on how to do an oil change when I first bought the bike. And hope this helps out anybody that's looking to do their own maintenance. Save you some time, plus you did it and it's done right. Anyway, have a good day.